In this video, I'm going to tell you about a great mathematician, Georg Cantor. Cantor is considered to be the inventor of modern set theory. And he made certain discoveries in the mathematics, advanced mathematics, that shook the foundations of advanced mathematics. How did I find Georg Cantor? Georg Cantor, I was a teenager, something like 14, 15 years, and I developed interest in advanced mathematics and bought book on topology, and that I read about transient numbers, Cartan numbers, and discovered Georg Cantor. So from that day, I had this fascination with Georg Cantor. He was indeed a great mathematician. And it's very sad that in the end he became mad. So let me show you who was Georg Cantor. This is Georg Cantor. He is considered to be one of the greatest mathematicians of 19th century. So he was he, as I said before, invented set theory. If you think about the concept of infinity, you feel some mind-boggling. You think it's something mind-boggling to imagine infinity. It's such a huge thing. So Georg Cantor tried to understand what infinity is and tried to measure it. And he was shocked to learn that there are different sizes of infinity. One infinity is bigger than another infinity. Something mind-boggling. If it is already something huge, you can't even measure it. But then he discovered that even there are sizes, and if you can size different things, then you can always measure it, because this is the foundations of modern mathematics. Now, first, before I continue in the video, what do you think? Is maths invented or is maths discovered? Math is invented means that it's an invention of human mind, and math is discovered means that it is something that exists in the nature and humans have discovered it. What do you think? Is math invented or math discovered? Personally, I think math is invented. It's not discovered. It's something that has been invented by the human mind. So I'd love to hear your comments on it. So Georg Cantor defined Cartan and ordinal numbers. He developed the concept of one-to-one correspondence. One-to-one correspondence, we are always doing it intuitively. For example, if you have a bunch of bananas, we measure it 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are developing a one-to-one correspondence, the set of integers with a bunch of bananas. Let's say there's 11 bananas. So he established one-to-one correspondence on more mathematical foundation. And he used this one-to-one correspondence to prove that a set of integers is a countable. And he called it a countable infinity. And then he tried to measure a set of real numbers, and this was one of his greatest work. He proved it that you cannot count the set of real numbers. It's called uncountable infinity. So he was working on his continuum hypothesis. Continuum hypothesis is this: that there is no infinity between the set of between this countable infinity and uncountable infinity. His discoveries shook the foundations of mathematical more advanced mathematics. And some people liked it, some people, some mathematicians hated it. For example, David Hilbert, one of the greatest mathematicians of the 20th century, said Georg Cantor has discovered a mathematical paradise. Bertrand Russell said he is the greatest mathematician of the 19th century. But Henry Poincaré said his mathematics is a great melody. And Chronicle said that he is a charlatan and a renegade and a corrupter of youth. So there was a lot of criticism about him. His theorems that took the foundations of advanced mathematics. And you'll be surprised to know that advanced mathematics is full of inconsistencies and illogical things, and it's very difficult. It's full of paradoxes. For example, one paradox is that I can remember now is that Banach-Tarski paradox. Now, maybe I discuss about it in future. When the set becomes infinite, it starts behaving in a very counterintuitive and illogical ways. You don't know, it can give very inconsistent and very illogical results. For this, Andrei Kolmogorov, who developed the modern probability theory, a Russian mathematician, also one of the great mathematicians. Kolmogorov, I don't know how to pronounce his name exactly. Kolmogorov imposed this condition on a probability event space that the set will follow sigma algebra. Otherwise, it would have become out of means that would have become very difficult, even lot of false results. So criticism and Cantor, he was a professor in a provincial German university, and he thought that if we can prove the theorem by him and other people that will recognize his mathematical genius, and he will get a professorship and tenure at one of the prestigious German universities in Berlin. But the criticism was so harsh and that he took it to heart, and in 1884, the first time he lost his mental balance and he was sent to a sanatorium. And in those days, these places were called political, lunatic asylums. You can call it psychiatric ward. He spent some time over there, then recovered and came back. He was a religious man also. He was trying to prove the existence of God through his mathematics. I don't know whether that was possible or not. And he worked so hard on the continuum theorem, that continuum hypothesis, that he ultimately went mad. And in the last few years, in the last 25 years, very happy. On and off, he would go mad. He will be then admitted to the lunatic asylum. And these last years were very unhappy. He was admitted to the lunatic asylum and then he died over there. But today he's considered to be one of the greatest mathematicians of the 19th century, who shook the foundations of modern mathematics and forced other mathematicians to reconsider their axioms and postulates. So I consider him to be a great mathematician. And surprisingly, in 1940, Kurt Gödel, another great mathematician who went mad. I'll make a video on him. Kurt Gödel is also a great mathematician. He's more famous than Georg Cantor. He proved that this continuum hypothesis cannot be disproven in 1940. And in 1963, Paul Cohen, he proved that continuum hypothesis cannot be proven. So this is the situation now. we can neither prove nor disprove continuum hypothesis. And you can see the pitfalls of the mathematical profession. Sometimes the mathematicians are trying to prove theorems that can neither be proven nor disproven. And of course, you can see the result will always be they becoming bad. So George Cantor was not the first mathematician who went mad. There were other also, as I said, Kurt Gödel also. And if you love mathematics, after that I never got the time to read mathematics. But still, I know about these people, and I sometimes read about their lives. George Cantor, Kurt Gödel, and people like they were great mathematicians. So I hope you like my video.